Hi, this is David Hartkop. I need a movie star. Who would you get? Somebody who can look you right in the eye and you're compelled and amazed by everything about this person. Hello again. Where were we? Oh yeah, weightlessness on the KC-135. I managed to somehow sneak aboard with a group of aerospace engineering students under the guise of the team journalist and chief inventor on the project. We flew an experiment through 20 weightless dives. We got green around the gills, and I shot all of this footage for a documentary. Finally, the dust settled. I went back home to Los Angeles. I was working part-time at a movie theater and doing freelance special effects. I was determined. I was so determined. I wanted this experience that I had to be put out there. I wanted other people to see it. I mean, you hear, reach for the stars, try to, achieve your wildest dreams. Well, this was sort of like the aftermath of that. I was back. I'd done it. I'd friggin' flown on the Vomit Comet. And now, what? I really wanted this little documentary to have a hook to it. And, well, so this is entertainment industry thinking. What can I get? What can I get for my production that's going to give it a hook? I know. I need a movie star. Let's attach a star to the project. That'll get other people aboard. And then we'll get distribution. We'll get all this other stuff. Well, that's the way it works to make movies. What about a science documentary about nerds that fly in weightlessness? Maybe the same reasoning would work. Well, let me put it to you. Who would you get? Who's the greatest, most dynamic, most interesting actor that you know of? Somebody who can carry a scene, somebody who can look you right in the eye and you're compelled and amazed by everything about this person. Duh, Christopher Lloyd. I mean, come on, he was Commander Crudge in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Yeah, and he was Doc Brown in the Back to the Future trilogy. For God's sake, he was John Big Butte in Buckaroo Banzai. Oh my God, he's the boss angel in Angels in the Outfield. Rasputin in Anastasia. I mean, come on, Haunted Lighthouse. We're talking Judge Doom in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like spiky knives for eyes, tune melting into nothing in the dip at the end. This was amazing. Provided I could get him. Well, as luck had it, my best friend and roommate Nathan was working at a creative artist agency, and he said, well, why don't you just give him a call? And by him, he meant his agent. Call his agent. Why didn't I think of that? So Nathan gave me his number, and I called Christopher Lloyd's agent, left a few messages. So I got a message back, and it said, hello, this is Andy so-and-so. I'm Christopher Lloyd's representation at Creative Artist Agency. We received your detailed message and your emails. Thank you for contacting us. Writing Christopher Lloyd, as you know, he's a very busy actor. And I thought, oh, here it comes. He does take a certain number of special projects every so often, but it's not guaranteed. Okay. It was a long shot. But he is actually interested in your project. He is interested in science and education, and he would like to talk with you more about recording the voiceovers for your film Weightless. What? I mean, great Scott! I couldn't believe it.
As if for the first time, the team begins to realize that they are actually going to fly.
I still couldn't believe it when I was standing in Santa Monica outside the sound recording studio. I'd done some legwork. I found a place that could record with him. I found a recording engineer and everything set. And now I'm just there with my pack of voiceover scripts, trying to collect my wits about me, when who should show up and say, David! And I turned around and, there was a tall man with dark red, broad sunglasses, and a big floppy straw hat secured with kind of a bead tie right up under his chin. And he told me, I'm incognito. I had to park 6 blocks away, and I just walked in. And it was him. Here was somebody from all of these worlds and movies that I'd seen. And also he's just a guy. And he just says, "What do we go in?" So we did. And so after some handshaking and some introductions and a little bit of laughing and saying, "Oh, thank you, and we're honored to have you at our studio," we got to work. We set up the script. We got a light set up for Mr. Lloyd. Chris, as he said we needed to call him. I pulled my scripts out of the folder. I handed one to Chris. I handed one to the recording engineer. I had one. We got the light set up. Christopher took off his hat, and everything settled. Everything was quiet. It was very calm. He's looking at me. And then I realized the recording engineer is looking at me too. And then I realized I'm the director. And I need to say something. Why don't we look at the script?
Finally, the time arrives for the full systems test. Lindsay inserts a loop of heater wire into the test chamber, being careful not to disturb the lenses within. Light from a lamp at the base shines up through the series of lenses to project an image on a small screen at the other end. Michelle controls power for the heater as Dave monitors the temperature. All eyes are to the screen as the temperature rises. For this test, all they hope to see is a shift in the brightness around the wire. Success! The blue section on the right shows the same wavering effect we saw earlier over hot coals in the park. Though crude now, they know they will be able to fine-tune it for their flight ahead. Celebration is in order.
I mean, he made it easy. In about an hour and a half, we'd gone through the whole thing, and we just sat and we had lunch afterwards. He told me about how he likes to drive long distances across the country, sometimes for days at a time. He'll visit family sometimes he'll just cruise. He asked me what other projects I was working on. I told him, well, I'm writing a science fiction about a guy that wakes up and thinks he's met his angel, but as days go by, the girl who he thinks is an angel turns out to actually be an android of an angel. Like he catches her like plugged into the wall, recharging or something, and as I trail off. Yeah. Well, you need to write that. That sounds hilarious.
The students triumphantly stride off the KC-135, slightly dizzy, but elated. Re-entering the world of gravity, they will take with them the experience of a lifetime. For most, this will be the last time they experience weightlessness, but for some, this is only just the beginning.
I just remember at that point in time, having just had the experience of flying aboard the KC-135 and then almost inexplicably getting to meet my all-time hero. I just remember feeling, outlandishly lucky, but also just grateful and just amazed and perplexed. Yeah, I grew up in Rogers City, Michigan, up in northern Michigan. I mean, we're talking a town of 4,000 people with one stoplight. It was the most exciting stuff that had ever happened to me up till then. So, wow. Anyway, have a great weekend. We'll talk later.
The team's experiment was a complete success. It captured evidence to show that refraction through heated air is quite different without gravity. These images suggest that the heat spreads out quite evenly and without the turbulent effects we see here on Earth. The mission was a successful proof of concept, and already a new team has formed to carry on with this line of research. Soon, a new crew of students will fly weightless with their improved experiment. They call it Therma 2.